Hi there. I am going to be solving today's New York Times crossword puzzle. So this is Wednesday, September 23rd, 2020, and I'm going to speak my thoughts out loud as I solve this. And if you'd like to follow along, you should see the clues toward the top of the screen in red. All right, let's solve a Wednesday puzzle. Kitchen item on a roll. Not really sure what that is. Ninny? Aye. Uh-oh. What's going on here? 1 of 10. Whoa, first of all, look at all of these circles. That is a crazy looking puzzle. I don't know why I didn't pause earlier. This is wild looking. I have no idea what's going on or what that shape's supposed to look like, but I'm excited to find out. That is a lot of circles. And it's making a cool, screwy pattern throughout the grid. 1 of 10 when one hangs 10. Huh. Is it a toe? Oh, I never realized that that's why it's called a hang 10. I like that. What's aft? A ship's aft. Not sure. Alright. Chicago trains. These are L's. Kitchen item on a roll. I don't know that. Make less tight as a waistband. Loosen. Okay. Philosopher who posited... Okay, the simplest explanation is the most likely one. So that's Occam, so loosen must be wrong. Oops. That's definitely Occam's razor. So let's get some crosses for that. Lower priced edition of a book. What is that, like second edition? Not sure. Huh, definitely not flying through this one. Your larynx, is that like your vocal cord or what? Serum vessel. A syringe, a vein maybe. It's dropped before a trip. LSD. All right, getting a lot of things wrong. Ending with Louis. Lewis. Don't know. At the previous speed. I think that's a tempo. Thank you for that one. Let's try these long ones. I like to get more crosses before stabbing at long ones. Like an illustrator's fingertips, maybe. Thinking they're like pen smudged. Could it be? Wow. Pen smudged. I don't know if it's right, but if it is, I'm gonna be proud of myself for getting it, and I like it. The Pequod and others. That I think I'm gonna need more for because I don't really... The Pequod is a boat, right? It's a boat in fiction. Whaleboats. It must be the boat in Moby Dick. Wow. Suddenly I went from being totally... Okay, but something's wrong because this can't be right. Twit. So it's not, it's ink smudged. Yeah, that's even better than pen smudged. Yeah, somehow I went from feeling like a total dud today, like I wasn't filling in anything, to getting these super long entries with almost no letters, and now I'm feeling like a star. But I'm sure this puzzle will take me down a notch soon. What's aft a ship's aft? What is this? Lake? I don't know. And then oh no? I don't recognize this exclamation at all. I don't know it. Kitchen item on a roll. Oh, I should really know that. And then what's this? Something. Make less tight. But if it's on a roll, what is it? Damn. I'm also not sure how these circles are going to operate. Like, if this entry is supposed to somehow follow the circles down. Like, maybe it's not a coincidence that I'm struggling on the circle entries. All right. Lewis. Damn. Larynx. Do I have something wrong after bragging? Microwave. That's often called nuke. Yeah, so now we have our first piece of circled, and buck definitely doesn't make sense as the answer to a lower priced edition of a book, right? I think. So that gives me some hint, but not really a full one. Something out, hem out, let out. Oh, I was wrong. Damn. I was so proud of myself. Is it ink stained? It's never right to brag. Voice box, because you just get embarrassed. It's a very nice section. Whaleboats, ink stained, and voice box. Very nice section. I don't think any of those are theme related. And it's a towel. Yes, that is on a roll. That makes sense. What's aft a ship's aft is wake. Oof, that's a tough clue. Like the wake, like the pattern that the water makes behind the ship. Is it vial? And Louisiana. Oof. Tricky, tricky clues. All right, I'm having fun so far, but let's see what we got. We have towel back. So kitchen item on a roll is just a towel. And then lower priced edition of a book. Is that just called a back? I don't think I know that. I don't know what towel back is. So I'm still a little confused. And more curious than ever. Nut. Minor injury for an office clerk. Huh. These things clearly aren't. Paper cut. Okay, I'm getting it. Ah, okay, now I just realized. It's not towel, it's paper towel. And it's paperback, and it's paper cut. Okay, so we have this chain of circles going through the grid that are all removing the word paper. Why would we do this? Oh, I like guessing the theme. What is the joke here? Damn. I'm not quite getting it. Paperless. Going green. Yeah, not seeing it. But I'd like to find out how this ties together. Musical riffing from Ella Fitzgerald. Not sure. Fulfill. Maybe sate? Mountain measures, definitely the altitude. Alternative to a staple is a paper clip. It's going to be much easier now that I know they all start with paper. Scat. Activity that might involve setting out saucers of milk. Cat something. Cat breeding, maybe? Cat feeding. Need for a sob fest. Tissue. Okay. Focal point of an earthquake is the epicenter. Good. Alright, something that's true whether or not you believe it. Per Neil deGrasse Tyson. That's science. Good quote. Good clue for science. Fringe. That's edge. Immunity boosting element. I want to say vitamin C, but that doesn't work, does it? Not sure. That's Erin Brockovich. Okay. Desert-like is arid. Some sections are a lot easier than others in this puzzle. What is the Mediterranean appetizer? Not sure. And then this, Primer Libro del Nuevo Testamento. That's like Genesis. Oh, the New Testament. What is the first book of the New Testament? I should know that. And what's this? Something cat what? Cat sitting. Yeah, cat sitting. Good entry. Good entry indeed. Zinc, I guess. Boosts your immunity. I didn't know that. Appetizer. Is that like just meze? Like the word for appetizer? Maybe. Could be. Mateo. Wow, interesting clue for Mateo. One making empty threats is a paper tiger, I believe is the phrase. Hasta luego. A lot of Spanish clues. Some Japanese luxury cars. Lexuses? That's kind of an awkward plural, isn't it? Doesn't look so bad in the center of the grid, though. Writer Carolyn, the pen name of more than 10 authors of the Nancy Drew series. I didn't realize the Nancy Drew series had multiple authors. This looks like Keene is a last name. I don't know what this is. Old-fashioned newsboy's assignment is a paper route. Yeah, it's a lot easier now that I know these all. In fact, this could have run on a Tuesday because once you get the gimmick, like, lots of material in the grid is pretty easy to fill in. Kichi Kichi Koo, is that how we're doing it? KOO crossing Keene is kind of bogus. That's kind of random. Major attack. Not sure. Classroom missile that might be grounds for detention is a paper plane. good. Why are we doing this? I'm dying to know. The revealer must be at like 59 across or something. Or 56 across, more likely. Full of cargo. Laden, maybe? I'm enjoying it. It's a fun puzzle. Number on a yarn skein. Oof. I have no idea what the number would be on a yarn skein. Something slipper. I don't know. Tongue ties. Let's get some crosses. Something soft to sit on. Maybe a sofa? And they're playing with alliteration in this clue. Milk sources for feta cheese. Nope, it's not sofa. Milk sources for feta cheese. That's probably use, right? Let's see. Have blank in one's bonnet. I don't know. End of a happy simile. As happy as a clam? And then something soft to sit on is a, what? Do I have something wrong? I like that this starts with an A. University of New Mexico mascot. Don't know that one. Detox is clean up. Good. Okay. What do we have here? Feature of a crawl space. Low ceiling, maybe? Low ceiling. Interesting. Number on a yarn skein. Duplex? I don't know. Okay, toy with tabs and interchangeable outfits. Is paper what? Tabs and interchangeable outfits. Paper doll. Yep. They. Not sure. Handicraft e-tail site is Etsy. Start of the top 40 songs titles 16 time. Is it only you, only time, and only 16? Seems plausible. Something looks weird here. Right? Something looks a little strange. Is it not laden? Because this, like, too many vowels here. Broadside? Detox is cleanse. Ah. So detox, the noun, not the verb. Okay, glad I caught that. Broadside, that's good, that works. Alright, number on a yarn skein. Die lot? Could it be? Is ceiling right? Die lot. I don't know that I know that. Ladies slipper? Oy. What's this? Tongue ties. And if it starts with an L. Not sure. How about what in one's bonnet? Is it a B? Are they the Lobos? Totally guessing. Let's try B. Lobo. Moss? Oof. That's a brutal clue for moss if that's true. If that's right. Oh, laces. This is a lovely clue. Oh my god. I love this clue so much. Tongue ties. Tongue on your sneaker. That's what they call the place on your sneaker where the shoelaces are. Perfect clue. One of my favorites of recent memory. I love it. And the whole section just snapped together. This is a hard section, man. Something soft to sit on is an awfully vague clue for moss, if this is correct even. Wow. Oof, and die lot? I've never heard of that. If it's even right. I made a mistake with ink stain, so I could be wrong all over the place. Lunch carrier often is a paper bag. Yep. Well, I'm dying to know this revealer. Flavor imparter to Chardonnay. Oak. Ewok. I want to spend one more moment thinking about the revealer, maybe after getting this. Forms to process is paperwork. What is it? We're paperless. 56 across. I can already see paper fits. Why are we zigzagging through the grid, though? Why are we doing this? It could be like a paper route, like you're dropping off the paper at different points in the puzzle? Series of documents, paper trail, I was close, but no, paper trail, that's great. Paper trail, series of documents that trace a path as suggested by this puzzle. Love it. It's a paper trail, these are tight, yeah. Love it, very well done. Very cool Wednesday theme. Tests or trials. Letters on a tire. PSI. Out of Africa writer. I can't remember. That's MPAA. Bouncy strips that test one's balance. Slack lines. That's a great crossword entry right there. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor. Result of whiplash is a sore neck. Interesting. Whole load is a ton. Sore neck. Feels slightly arbitrary, but I'll accept it. As though I have any choice. Bird on the Mexican flag. Is that an eagle? Oh, fudge is dang. Cambodia currency. I want to say this is an R. Otherwise it's else and Beats by Dre. There we are. That was our Wednesday puzzle. I really enjoyed this one from top to bottom. I loved just the intrigue that it had the moment I opened this up. I love puzzles that just visually hit you when you open them, even though it took me a few seconds to even notice how weird this one looked. That always just like whets your appetite for what's going on, what's hiding in this puzzle for me to discover. And it worked. I mean, I got the gimmick after about the third one, and it helped me solve the rest of the puzzle. And yet there was still an aha moment ahead because I had no idea why we were doing this. And all of the paper phrases are totally real and legit. I think it was a good choice of phrases. And Paper Trail is a great revealer for it. So I'm a big fan of this theme, and I think it was a lot of fun. One thing I'm really curious about is how difficult this was to fill. I could sort of see it going both ways. Like I'm looking around. On the one hand, I guess there is a lot of theme material, but it's about equivalent to the amount of theme material you would have in a normal, somewhat dense theme puzzle. In terms of number of characters in the grid that are involved, like number of squares in the grid that are involved in your theme, it's comparable to a normal crossword that has like 5 themers, say. But that's just a rough estimate looking at the path. But I have no idea how tangling it around like this adds or reduces the complexity of filling. My guess is that it adds, because whenever you're having theme material that sort of, I don't know, like hits 2 directions in the same section, like that's a lot of kind of, they're not quite intersecting, but they basically are. And that always causes issues. Not to mention just coming up with a good set of theme entries that would symmetrically fit into this strange pattern and have friendly enough letters that you could fill around. So my guess is that this was a difficult puzzle to fill. And that always adds a little excitement for me. So very cool. But one nice thing about having the theme involve such short words is that the rest of the puzzle played largely like a themeless, and a lot of it was great. I mean, this first section with whaleboats and inkstained and voice box, that's a Friday. That's a Friday puzzle right there. We also had broadside, which I like. Low ceiling is good. Sore neck felt slightly arbitrary, but I could see an argument. Cat sitting is lovely. I liked science. I liked cleanse. What else do we have? Oh, and down here, Paper Trail was the revealer, and then Slacklines is an excellent crossword entry. So really well-filled puzzle. Lexus's was also kind of a strange plural, but again, had this themeless feel to it. Like that's the kind of thing, Lexus is something that would show up in a Saturday puzzle much more often than a Wednesday I would expect. So I just liked the vibe of this puzzle all around. I felt like the cluing was mostly just right for Wednesday. It was not too easy and not too hard. It really did kind of hit that sweet spot. And without a doubt, best clue of the day, if not week, if not month/year, is tongue ties. This is just such a great clue for laces. I love clues like this that just a perfect misdirection, a perfect pun. This really does it for me. So if for nothing else, this 21 across would have made this puzzle for me, and yet everything else was working in its favor as well. I don't recognize the constructor's name, so it's possible that this is a debut in the New York Times, and if so, congratulations, Margit Christenson. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Christenson. This is a fantastic debut, or a fantastic puzzle, and I really enjoyed it, and I hope you all did too. And I will be back here tomorrow. I make these every Monday through Thursday for the New York Times. And if you're new here and interested in seeing more of these, then clicking the red subscribe button below the video is the best way to keep in touch. And thank you so much for watching.